What's up, everybody? It's me, Chorder, also known as Steve, and we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to be making a reaction video, and not only one reaction video, but a series of reaction videos. What am I reacting to? Well, first off, everybody knows that the mark of a thriving society is reaction videos. That is the key mark of a thriving society. So I'm going to do my part and make sure to represent the USA as I know best by reacting to every single Chorder song I've ever made, starting with the very early stuff in Sons of Thunder, going all the way up to what we know now, Hamburger Sandwich, Pale, and possibly in the future more. So it's going to be an interesting ride, and you may be saying, well, how on earth are you going to react to your own music? Don't you know your own music? You're the one that made it. Well, a lot of this stuff is 11 years old. It's, I was 15 when I wrote this stuff. So, and for a little insight into my process here, I don't just go around listening to my music all through the years. Usually what happens is I take my guitar, I record the music while I write it, and then I hear it a million times, to tweak things. Then I release it, maybe listen to it a few times again, and then I forget about it because I'm on to the next thing, making new music. So a lot of this stuff I haven't heard in years, and I'm sure, for those OG Chorder fans, you guys are like, you guys probably know the songs way better than I do. People make fun of me sometimes when I pick up a guitar or whatever and like, hey, play a Chorder song. Or when we used to play live shows more often, everyone would make fun of me because I couldn't remember my own songs even though I wrote them. Well, I'm sorry, but I kind of move on to the new thing pretty quickly. So anyways, we're going to be starting with the first song on Sons of Thunder, called Commencement, and then we'll see where we go from there. I may do the first two songs in this particular episode, but we'll see. First off, Commencement. We'll see what happens. A nice classic funky Chorder riff right here. Okay, so first off, I'd like to say that you guys probably recognize this by now, but I mean that's pretty classic Chorder right there. That's the sound, and that was not the first song written on this album. That was like probably the last song written on the album. So an interesting thing with this album is there's songs that I'll tell you when the first songs come up when we review them or whatever we're doing here, react to them. But this one in particular was towards the end when the sound sort of shifted, because this was back in 2011, I want to say, when I was writing these, when metalcore was sort of going out of style and gent was just barely beginning to become a thing. So like the early songs are really influenced by, the metalcore and that whole sound, even though it's played with a 9-string guitar in D. So but you can hear the influences there. And this was later on when I sort of figured out what I kind of wanted to do with the music. And I don't know, just develop the sound a little more. So that riff is always going to be fun to play no matter what. I love the riff. The recording quality sucks. That's going to be the case with all of these here because I was using Acoustica Mixcraft to record all the songs, which is if you don't know what Mixcraft is, you could essentially do everything for free, but then it would have like a little ad at the end. I forgot what the guys' names were, but it was like the creator of Mixcraft. They would say, hey, I'm Bob, and I'm whatever. And that would happen anytime you mixed anything down in Mixcraft. So you just paid $20 or whatever it was, and then you get the full version. But either way, it's essentially a free thing. And there's some things I liked about that program, but we hear how it sounds. It's not the best. It's hard to really refine your sound with that software. So I don't know. maybe that's an excuse. Maybe, I don't know, the tools don't make the man or whatever. But that's what I'm going with, because I switched DAWs later on, and there's definitely a difference in sound quality. And it could be just me getting better. I don't know. We'll see. Who knows? But anyways, we're going to keep on moving here with Commencement. We're going to commence. That's one of those. Okay. Sorry to stop it so much, but that's one of those, metalcore influences. I know, quote unquote, gent, progressive metal, whatever, the modern sound, the boingy boingy sound that we find ourselves playing these days. It's very influenced, been influenced by metalcore a lot, but that in particular, that dissonant first fret, sound, that's classic metalcore, man. Classic metalcore. But it has the genty thing with the little squappies, the doom bap, the little upstrokes there. So, would I necessarily make a song with that now? Probably not. I'd have to do something real fancy to make that interesting, because that's been done a bajillion times in a bajillion different ways. So, yeah, that's right. This is 2011, see, so it's not so bad. Here we go. I like the sound of that. So, with that riff too, one thing with it is like it. If you ever hear those clicky sounds, the chicka chickas or whatever, that's usually just. I wish I had a guitar. I have a guitar. It's in the case, so I'll bring it out for future episodes. But it's when you're muting all the strings and you essentially just play all the strings with no notes. It's like the sound of hitting a wrong note in Rock Band or whatever. So you do that, and if you want to be a cheater like me, you'll just record a whole bunch of those clicky clacky scrappy scrappies, and then you'll insert them where you want them. I mean, you can play it live too, but it just to keep it more consistent and sound a little cleaner, you do it that way. But with that, usually you'll have a space before the clicky clacky and then after the squippy squappy, and what those spaces do is make it its own individual thing. So that's where you get chit 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 chit. But in that riff, I took one of those, and the end is cut off, but the beginning is squished up next to the actual dissonant note there. So that's sort of what makes it sound that way anyways. So not to beat a dead horse or whatever, but let's move on to Submerge. This one will be interesting. This is I feel like this is a sleeper track. This is one of my, if I remember correctly, it was one of my favorite songs to write because it's super bendy and wibbly wobbly. Maybe it's not. I haven't listened to it in a long time, but I remember really liking this song, but it didn't get, I feel like, the credit it deserved, if you ask me. I think this is a sleeper track on this album. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see what we see. All right, and 3, 2, 1, go. You've been thrown into the water. You've been thrown into the water. What fits with the title. Your surroundings started by the water in your eyes, in your lungs, in your lungs. You're trying to fight the water, but it's consuming you. Trying to make that you are drowning. The water is relentless. It pulls you deeper now. Another metalcore influence there is that double time snare with the same riff. I don't know. That just seems a little too dancey for me. I mean, with juxtaposed with that riff, that beat is kind of whack, if you ask me. I don't know. I wouldn't have. I don't think I would do that today. But whatever. I like the riff in general. The first riff, anyways. Oh, come to think of it, I think a really bendy, squibbly riff is coming up here. Let's see. Oh, by the way, The song is called Submerge. You get the theme of it. Submerging, drowning, being stuck in water. So, okay. That's one thing I want to do more of now. The newer songs is go back to those 12 plus fret riffs. Oh, snared it. Nice. Oh, okay. I forgot about this. That's... Oh, man. So, with that riff that happened before, throughout this album, and I think in Warmonger we do it too. You come to think, just Warmonger I think is when we're doing it a lot. You'll hear, if you play guitar, this is for guitar players. If you as you know, 12th fret is going to be where your scale starts over. All your notes start back at square one. If we're playing in D, it starts back at D. So in a lot of this stuff, I would play the same riff, up high, and it gives it that, sort of bouncy sound. And then, you bring it down lower, the same exact riff, the 12 fret up equivalent of, down low, and then it's going to be a bit heavier. So you'll see a lot of the same riff played back and forth, up the octave and down the octave, in this music. Also, the bass guitar is tuned the same as the guitar, for those that didn't know, because we play in drop D, double drop D. So how do you tune a bass for that? In regular D, standard bass tuning, tune it down to D, on the low string. That's it. Very simple. Use a 4-string bass. You don't need any extra strings. But anyways, the same riff, different octaves, gives it that bouncy sound when you go up. Here we go. Harmonies there, nice. And octave up, I think. It's a similar riff to the AWOL beginning. Oh, what are we doing here? Oh, I see. It's kind of a wacky transition. What are we doing with this riff here? Oh, come on. No. The lyrics. I'll talk about the lyrics after this. This riff's good. Oh, man. Woo. Boingy. That's boingy. The boingy boings. I don't care how bad the recording is. That's dope. Just ends. Bam. Man, that song, I tell you. So let's before we talk about the lyrics, I guess, let's talk about that last riff. That was boingy as heck. And that's one of those, this is one of, well, I'm on the vessel now. Let's go back here. Okay. So this is one of those songs that was created later. Tremors is one of those. Emissary is one of those. And then Submerge. These were like the later songs that were written in the album. And I think you can tell just by the I don't know, style of those. So it's clear with that boingy boingy riff. That's not quite the metalcore thing to do. So, the lyrics. Let's look at the lyrics. I have not looked at those lyrics in how. Oh, what? I can't find the lyrics here. What are we doing here? Okay, we're gonna have to Google Chorder lyrics. Let's see. Chorder lyrics, songlyrics.com. See, I don't even remember the lyrics to this. This is the thing. Oh, there's only one album on there. What the heck are we doing? This is kind of not a popular album, I don't think, so I'll be surprised if we find lyrics here. Okay, we got Awake lyrics. Chorder. Oh, there we go. Now we're cooking. Okay, thank you, genius. Oh, do they not have Sons of Thunder on there? Oh, they don't. They have everything else but Sons of Thunder. That's all right. That's all right. Well, hold on while I figure out the lyric situation. Okay, well, sorry for that break there. I can't find the lyrics anywhere. I don't have my main computer that I have all my old stuff on right now. So, what are you going to do? Well, I'll maybe talk about lyrics in the other albums or the other songs, but for now, we're just going to skip the lyric portion and just say what a song that was. That was fun. Haven't heard it in a million years, so good times. I always forget. Oh yeah, by the way, one of the benefits to doing this, it's not because I'm, I don't know, what's the word, self-obsessed or narcissistic here. That's not why I'm doing this recording to my own stuff, but I want to make reaction videos, and you know what happens with reaction videos? You get copyright striked on YouTube, and they can't do that with my own music, so I'm just having fun doing this, and then eventually we will get to the songs that never made it on the albums, the riffs. We'll go back into the archives and see what's up with that, and you'll get a little taste of the creative process. But anyways, hope you had a good time. Leave comments, share the videos, do the thing. Them's the Rules is the album in the works right now. Obviously, as you can see, I'm not in my normal studio. I'm in a different state, helping out the family. So when I get back, I'll finish up working on that album and get it all released for you. So in the meantime, everybody have a wonderful day and a wonderful weekend and a wonderful night and a wonderful afternoon. And I'll see you all soon.